Hi, I'm your host, Oraldo, for It's Tejano Time,
And I'm Nemo with Tejano USA.
and you're listening and watching Tejano Time. Hey, Nemo, how's it going?
It's been a sad day, man, to be honest with you.
Sad day? Oh, because Selena?
No, nothing to do with
Oh,
Selena. My
you had, did
buddy of
you? Oh,
mine, Tejano
go ahead.
Chris, he was just
So,
somebody local here.
he passed away?
Passed away Tuesday, last
Oh,
Tuesday, and they buried him today and went to his funeral today, and it was just sad because he was a real good guy, and
how do
everybody
you
had
know?
nothing but good things to say. Oh, Tejano Chris, a name like Tejano Chris, I'm gonna know him. So
Okay.
he worked at different bars and stuff that I frequent and that advertised with me and stuff,
Okay.
and I got to know him real good there. And we hung around a few times and went to Dallas and we did a lot of stuff.
Okay.
I got I
Well,
got I got to see him on opening day, and that's the last time I talked to him. So
okay. Well, we'll dedicate this show to him then.
yeah, that'd be nice.
Okay. So,
But I don't know. I don't know how Vic's gonna act, man. Maybe we
well,
should.
you know what? I've also dedicated this show to a good friend of mine. That's how I started this show. Like I went. Remember? Uh, uh,
I think you're talking about Jose Mora.
Jose Mora. God, I can't believe that I was going blank there. Jose Mora. Yeah, because when he died and when I went to his funeral, everybody was saying, "Hey, buddy, we really enjoyed it. Wish you could put it on YouTube." And I made it happen. And
Here you
so,
are.
and then here we are.
Without any further ado,
Okay. All right. We have a guest. I haven't seen this guy in many, 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 many years, but I had a chance to talk to him before, and it was very nice. So let's. Oh, wait. Before we introduce him, we got to take care of some
I
business.
tried, guys. I
Okay.
tried. I'm sorry.
No. Okay. Yeah, remember, we don't get paid for this. All we do is try to bring the best show possible, have a great guest. Like today, we're going to have a very good guest and a friend of ours, or mostly you. You know him more than I do, but I mean,
You're
he was on
like
a couple episodes
you're like
back in the '90s.
who's Big Vic, and you acted like you didn't
I
know.
wait. I did.
Okay,
I haven't heard. I
okay.
haven't
I'm just
seen him in
saying.
decades.
Okay,
I know who Big Vig is.
okay. Now
He's
you
been
do.
no. He's been on to a
I've been
Tano
trying to get
time.
him on for the past year.
No, that's not true. Okay,
Okay.
well, I'm not going to argue with this, but everybody, please subscribe to YouTube. Tell your friends to join and subscribe. And what did you say? Tell Pancho
Just do
Pablo.
it. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
Tell Pancho Pistolas.
Oh, okay, all right. And then if you want to get a hold of me, you could email Buddy at itstehanoTime@gmail.com and Nemo. What?
At Tejano, it's TejanoTime at gmail.com.
That's true because Nemo doesn't answer his email. So, all right. So we are going to have our guest, Big Vic Medina. All right. Here we go.
Bam.
Hey guys, love the cheap
You
sound effects.
home?
Yes,
Uh,
thank
thank
you.
you. It's the only sound effects we have. I used to have a sound effects board, but Okay, Nemo, you want to tell them the story about my sound effects board?
And he brought this sound effects board whenever we were interviewing Shelly, and that just effed up the whole show. Big
Screwed
time.
up my sound and stuff like
It was
that.
horrible. She tried to help us and everything. It was like just
Yes, I
horrible.
thought I was doing something good. I was putting sound effects and everything, and it just screwed up the audio the entire time.
So she was trying to help you.
Yeah, because
Oh,
she
wow.
knows a lot. She knows a lot.
Okay,
Uh,
but okay, to
sound
tell you the
systems.
truth, I think it was her issue because she had the eye.
No, it was
Yeah, well, because someone
we could
else.
try and blame it and stuff, but no.
Okay, you're right.
Well,
I should.
when you buy a soundboard at La Pulga, yeah, what do you expect?
It was from Wish.
Wait,
Right.
it was from Walmart. It was like $35. Yeah, I got what I paid for basically. You know. Okay, so hey, what you been up to?
Well, I'm, just to kind of, for people who are watching and maybe are not very familiar with me, because I've always been one of those behind the scenes kind of guys. Like now, I work with Pancho, right? You guys had Pancho Pistolas on your show about a month ago, I guess. And,
Oh no, a year ago.
Did he plug you at all? Did he say, "Hey,
was it
shout
that
out to
long
Big
ago?
Vic" or anything?
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that. Well, I saw it, and that's the beauty of doing something on YouTube is you can always rewatch it later, right?
That's true.
So I saw his show, and I was telling Buddy before we actually started. Uh, the ironic thing about that is that was the first time I had seen your show, and I only saw it because my wife snoops, on everybody's social media, and somehow she found a link to it, and she was like, "Have you seen this?" And I was like, "No, what is it?" Now the ironic thing about that is, Banjo came on there and did that show with y'all, and he never mentioned it. He
Yeah,
never,
he
you
didn't
know,
plug it.
he not only did he not plug it, he just didn't say anything about it.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
we weren't that important,
Well,
I,
we were hoping you would suggest
but it was a great
introduce
show.
us.
I
Yeah.
was telling, I was, and I was telling Buddy, he never said anything. And I mean, that's part of like why Tejano has been screwed up for so long because we don't work well together. As a people, we just don't work well.
You're right.
Fanja should have promoted at least the fact that he was going to be on your show.
Yes.
I mean, there's what's the name of that, Buddy? There's oh God, we were talking about him a second ago. Tejano Nation.
Tejano Nation. You know what source for Tejano News?
They should be cross promoting you guys. I mean, we all need to be better. We all just need to be better at working together. You know what I mean?
Yes. Well, Tejano Time and Tejano Talk and Tejano USA, we plug everybody like
Well,
that.
good.
Yeah, we plug people we don't even know. I mean, he goes places and he starts naming all these people. I said, "Who are these people?" And he
Hey,
starts plugging them away. But
Tejano
on
positivity
that
right here.
subject though,
Yes.
big shout out to you, man, because Taz said how much you helped him when he got started
yeah.
and stuff. He said you took him under his wing and you helped him out big time, and that's one of the first times I've heard some of the DJs say give credit to somebody else. They're always all about themselves,
Right.
or musician, whatever. They're all about themselves. They never, give somebody else credit for helping them out or anything. So, shout out to him for saying that, and shout out to you for doing that. So,
Well,
so
I
props.
helped Taz. I've known Taz for a long time, actually. I know him. I helped him out when he was a little mocoso, right? And,
Yeah.
and now he's an older mocoso.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding, Taz. If you're watching, I'm just kidding. But Taz is a good guy, and he's uh, Taz is, and I mean, I am glad that he's actually. If you take your typical Tejano viewer, listener, what have you, we all tend to be older.
Yes.
And Taz he's young, he's got that cowboy look, and I mean, I am glad. I wish there were more of him like that. That I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was because his parents raised him around the music or whatever. But he's really diehard Tejano,
Yeah.
and that's rare for the younger generation. So I'm glad that I was able to help him. I was able to give him some words of encouragement and kind of point him in the right direction when he was younger, and he took off, and he seems to be doing well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We were talking earlier, and you said that I asked you, did you see? You were on the show back in the '90s, and I asked you if you saw the episode, and you said you did, and I said, great, and he said, and you told me I need to bring it back, and I said I do want to bring it back. I actually got a new intro that I paid for, had done and stuff, but the reason why it's not back is because I really don't want to be the face of it anymore. So I
You
was,
know, I believe that Tejano is experiencing a little bit of a resurgence right now.
yes, I agree.
It's an exciting time to be Tejano because for a long time, I think for like the past maybe decade, our genre of music was kind of in the dumps. And I think now it's kind of if you look around, there's more events that are starting to come up.
Okay.
There's more clubs that are available to. I mean, you always had like these little Tejano bars, right?
Right.
Now
What was that?
there's more clubs coming about. It used to be that the only place in Dallas, uh, club wise, if you wanted to go and go Tejano dancing, and was really
Live band was what?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
And live bands.
And
Tejano
live
dance.
bands, yes, was the only avenue for that was the West,
Right.
right? That was like it. And now you got these other places that are popping up. You got the Longhorn Ice House, which is doing
Yeah.
well. You have,
I've been wanting to go to that.
yeah, you should check it out.
It's
They
on
do well
Thursdays, right?
Thursdays and Saturdays.
Oh,
Uh,
Saturdays too. Okay.
yeah, and then
Do
you
they
got
have?
another place that just popped up in Irving called Southern Junction that's doing well. And before you didn't have these avenues. You didn't have these choices that we have now. And then, of course, you still got your little bars. You got, like Players in Oak Cliff. You got the Southside Bar in Fort Worth. Little
Yeah.
places like that are always going to exist. But as far as like clubs go, I
Right.
think our genre is experiencing a little resurgence right now, and that's great because, like I said, before we only had one place to go to, and now we have choices. And I think uh, it's great to have choices, right? Because it makes all the other clubs step up their games, and everyone's competing for customers.
Yeah.
Uh, and now we have, like I said, different avenues for our live music, for our bands that'll ultimately help sustain our genre of music.
Right.
Are you involved with any of them?
I'm sorry.
Are you involved with any of them?
I am not actually. I'm involved. I'm the Latin agent for the Longhorn Ballroom in
Ah.
downtown, which we've done. We've had shows like we've had Michael, we've had Jaime, and we've got other stuff coming up. But
When
they,
did you start having live bands at the Longhorn? Because I
Mhm.
told Taz, tell me when you start doing that. Because
well,
that what?
you see, and here's where it gets a little confusing because you have Longhorn Ice House,
Oh, it's not that. It's not the
which
same
is
one.
over on Northwest Highway. They're over there by where the old DMX used to be.
Right.
And
Um,
what was that building? What was it? Used to be
it, it was
a
it was
strip club, right?
it was
Strip
a
club.
Mercado Juarez.
Oh, it was in Mercado Juarez.
Yes,
Okay, all
Nemo,
right.
you have a dirty mind.
No, I just kind of figure it's right there.
It's
That is
actually
behind the club.
I wouldn't think that they would shut down Mercado Juarez, to be honest with you.
yeah, but well, that was there for a long time. But yeah, it's the old Mercado Juarez building, and the strip club is actually behind it.
Yeah,
You're talking
that,
about the lodge.
the lodge. Yeah.
Oh, that. All right.
Okay. The
So
Gentleman's Club.
yeah, so there's
No,
a little bit
not
of
even close.
confusion there because the
Yes.
Longhorn Ballroom is totally separate entity.
Yeah.
They're over there by downtown Dallas. The Longhorn Ballroom is historic.
It's
They've
been
been
there for a long time, right?
Wait, is
exact.
that the one that's near the river
Uh,
downtown?
yes,
It's
it's
like the bridge goes
It's off
to
yes,
industrial.
it
yes.
goes off industrial.
Well,
No,
Riverfront.
it's Riverfront now. Yeah. Was it
Yes,
Cesar
Okay.
Chavez or what was it?
yes, exactly.
You know
That's
what? I think they used to advertise for Tejano Time back in the '90s. We used to have them.
possibly they
I think so.
they they have been there for a very long time. If you're not familiar with them, they were closed for a while, and then somebody bought it and they remodeled it, they redid it. It's a very historic building. Actually, a little bit of useless trivia for you: the Longhorn Ballroom. If you guys remember when we went to school,
Okay.
we took history class, and you guys remember the assassination of JFK, right?
Yes.
And everybody knows it was Lee Harvey Oswald,
Right.
right? And the guy who killed Lee Harvey Oswald was a man named Jack Ruby. And
Okay.
in the history books, they say Jack Ruby was a nightclub owner in Dallas.
Oh, is
That's
that the
the
club?
club that he owned.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he ran into where he got
Hmm?
caught was at the theater
No,
in
that
Oak
was at the
Cliff.
no, that was at the Texas Theater. That was a movie theater in Oak Cliff.
Right, in Oak Cliff. That's what I was
Yeah,
saying. I
yeah.
was thinking. I thought you were going to say that he got caught at that club. No, but it
Okay.
was the theater. But he
All
was a.
right.
Okay, I gotcha. I didn't know that.
Anyway.
That was good trivia.
I'm full
Okay.
of useless stuff. Trust me.
Yeah.
Hey,
Nice. Okay.
I wish I would.
Yeah.
I wish I knew more
So here
useless.
we have you on. Mhm.
All right. Okay. God, I lost my train of thought. I was gonna say something about.
Gee. Blink your eyes again.
No. Wait, it was something about. Oh, okay. Like Billy Bob's. You were saying Billy Bob's back in the '90s didn't host Tejano because
No,
there used to be a Tejano rodeo across from it,
correct.
like that. But now they have Tejano music,
They
right?
do. They have done several very successful shows, I might
Yes.
add. Michael Salgado has played there and sold it out.
Uh,
Jeff Perez has been there. La Mafia plays
yeah.
there.
They haven't had a bad show yet, right? To
Right.
be honest with you.
No,
Uh,
no, not yet. Actually, we have a big show coming up there next. Well, in 2 weeks, we got the 12th annual Cowtown Conjunto Music
I
Festival.
was gonna ask about that too.
Yeah, it takes place on a Sunday. It's the 28th, and it's a full day of conjunto music. It's Tejano, but it's conjunto. So if you like
Right.
accordion, bajo sexto music, then you should come and check it out. Again, it's going to be on a Sunday, and it's a full day. There's going to be like seven
Okay. What
acts.
day? What day? Sunday. What day?
Sunday
April
the 28th.
of April.
Correct.
Okay, so in a couple weeks. Okay.
Yes.
I remember the first time I went there like a couple years ago. Remember, Nemo? I was going to try to talk you into doing this show, and I said I would buy you a steak dinner,
I don't
and I would
remember
meet you
that.
at the Cajunta
I'm going to say
Festival.
yes.
Okay, well, he said, nah, I couldn't do it. So he couldn't do it. So I went there, and that was the first time I ever heard of J.R. Gomez. And I was going,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
holy cow, that guy is
Is that when they
versatile.
wouldn't let you backstage?
Yeah, Pancho would not let me backstage.
Oh,
He actually,
you should have come and looked for me.
yeah, he didn't know you obviously because he's like,
Well,
he didn't know who you were. All this
Obviously.
time I've been asking,
Okay.
hey, get book
Hey,
Vic, book Vic. He says Vic who? Vic.
I never
Pancho.
don't believe that,
I
Vic.
said,
I knew
he's
who
on,
you
he's on
were.
the Pancho show, and
But
he refused.
honestly, I wouldn't blame you because, like I said at the top of the show, I've always been one of those behind the scenes person. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
I've never really. You know what? The thing is, I'm very. For
You,
example, right
you don't
on
want the
social.
glamour or like that.
Yeah, I
The
don't.
notoriety.
That's just not me. I'm not one of those people. I'm very reserved. I'm very unless we actually engage in conversation. I won't actually make the first attempt to. And that's just me. I'm not. Some people mistake me as being rude that way, or whatever, and I'm not. I'm
I
just
got you.
more. I keep to myself kind of person. You know what I mean?
You're a little introverted.
Yeah.
In your personal life,
You know,
but in
I don't know
your
how
work.
that happens. You MC a few clubs and stuff. How does an introvert do
because
that? Are
because
you
when
Practice.
inebriated? Is it
well
courage or?
here's the thing is that when I do the nightclub thing, when I MC, that's work.
Yes.
That's me at work. You know what I mean? That's me at work. But in real life, I'm not that loud. I'm not very, I'm almost I would almost describe myself as antisocial.
Yeah.
But I mean, when I'm at work, when I'm getting paid to do something, then I do that. I can
Oh,
turn
they
it.
turn it on. All right,
Yeah.
nice. I got to pay
Hey,
me. Show me
I
the money kind of guy. I
yeah,
get you.
I'm the same way because
There you go.
like I'm a teacher. I go into teacher mode when I'm in front of
And
my
what you'll find
students.
out about this, Vic, is that this show is really about him. No matter what you say, he's going to turn it on something.
I see that's where we're going. I see
Okay.
that.
Go ahead. Tell him
Hey,
about what you are, Orlando. Tell
okay,
him how
wait a
you are.
second. We have a drinking game on this show. We don't drink on this show.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Nemo drank a beer the other day. I mean, the last episode, I think. But whenever I name drop, we're supposed to drink, or the audience is supposed to drink. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
anyway.
If I ever mention Vegas, oh, by the way, have you been to Vegas? The
Do
town
you
of
do
Vegas?
the whole Hano Vegas stuff, and do you do like the
Because I
the?
I
saw
haven't.
Pancho and Taz there before.
Yeah, I've been there before. Not in the past few years, but I have. Yes,
Well,
definitely. I went
this year,
with the first few when they were starting up.
okay. Well, this year's the 20th anniversary,
Yes.
so this would be a good time to go. And La Mafia is going to be there.
Is there a bad time to go?
Well, right after COVID was probably a bad time.
Well, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
You got me.
I just
Bad time
this,
like maybe when you're poor, when you have no money, maybe.
this
That's
is
the
the
bad time.
third year I'll be going to
Oh,
Home
nice.
Vegas, so I'm
Nemo,
looking forward
are
to
you
it.
going to be there, Nemo?
He only goes to the
Are
beach.
you? Have you been there? When was the last time you were there?
The last time.
Kick FM.
The
Kick
last
FM
time.
days.
Well, yeah, I used to go with Kick FM every year because they would pay for us to go, so that was awesome. But I haven't
There you
been
go.
in
There you
about
go.
maybe. You know what? I haven't been since the year before the pandemic started.
Oh wow,
So it's been about 6-7
Okay.
years.
yeah. It was probably
I haven't
pretty
even
good.
been to Fiesta either, man. In a long time.
I've never been to Fiesta.
Yeah. You've never been
Yeah.
to Fiesta?
Never been to Fiesta.
Wow.
I've been to the fanfare.
The TMA.
TMA, I haven't been there. Back in the good old days when it was at the Alamo Dome, that was awesome. Like
Yeah.
that. And but
Now
So
I
that's
think
enough of the small stuff. Let's
it's
get to the
funny
nitty
how
gritty.
TMA used to be like a really big thing, or because I used to go when they had it at the Alamo Dome,
Yeah.
right? And then they went to the Freeman Coliseum, and then they eventually went. They were downsizing like every year, and I think this year is going to be at a Buc-ee's or something like that. I'm not sure. Parking lot.
no, actually, it's at a pretty decent place. I think I didn't go last year, but I heard it was really good. It was getting better. I forgot where the event was, but it was. They said it was nice. And
Yeah, I went last year, and I think it was at a. Oh gosh,
To the award show,
it was some theater. Yeah, it was like a.
Majestic.
No,
it
it
wasn't
wasn't Majestic. It was. Gosh, it escapes me, but it was a nice venue though.
They held it at the Majestic one year.
oh well, You know what? They used to have the Puta Vida Awards at the Majestic in
Oh,
San
okay, maybe
Antonio.
that's what it was.
And you know what? Our guest next week, Danny Farias, is he's one of the co-owners of Puta Vida Awards now. So
Did you
we'll
know
talk to
that?
him.
It's more useless information right
More
there.
useless
Yeah.
information.
There you go.
Well, I
See,
do my research. I do my
buddy,
research.
buddy, you're full of it too.
Yeah, I am. But I gotta write it down
Yeah.
Oh,
because I'll forget it
It's the
and
way
stuff
they
like that.
appear. You can see
Okay,
brown in
but
his
wait a
eye.
second. I was when we were talking about Billy Bob's, Nemo. Did you know?
Did you know?
Did you know that the Tejano? Do you know anything about the Texas Country Music Awards?
I think my understanding is that they just added
A new category.
to the country awards, right?
Yes, the Tejano Country Music Awards. They just added a Tejano category.
Does your wife like you better with your glasses or without your glasses?
uh, without, I'm going to say without. She just
Without, okay.
could take them
Yeah.
off because she's
My
watching.
wife likes them with.
monitoring, and she says there's a lot of glare. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Tell
I
her
was
thank you very much. You know, because
Thank you for doing
I was
that.
seeing myself and I was trying to comb my hair and stuff. But I didn't want to say nothing.
See,
I'm glad I
I've got
could be with
glasses too, and that's why I don't wear mine. For
Right.
that.
And I like that they were chrome. They were chrome. They were cool. They were cool glasses. I mean, do you try and get some cool glasses every time you get your new prescriptions?
No, I just started wearing glasses last year because I had LASIK about like 20 years ago,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I
and
heard
so
you have
I,
to
I
keep
didn't I
doing
didn't
that
have to
over.
wear glasses for a very long time. I just started wearing them last year.
Wow.
Are you
Wow.
gonna get LASIK again?
I don't think you can.
I
I
thought you
don't think
could.
I don't think you can because your eyes still have the scar. Like my eyes still have the scars from the original LASIK from years ago. So I don't think you can get another round of LASIK.
My wife's had LASIK. I thought she said she could do it years later or something like that. But
I
don't
think today. I think today's technology.
Technology.
You probably can. Yeah. I think that's an issue.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, back then I got it free because I was on radio. So yeah,
You
I probably could afford it if
You
I had
got-
to pay for it.
you got LASIK because you were on radio.
Yeah, endorsement deals.
They don't see you though. Oh, endorsement. Okay, I was gonna say. Oh yeah, that's right. I do remember stuff like that happening.
Endorsement deals. Yeah, we used to love those.
Yeah.
Those were cool, right?
No,
Yeah.
yeah. Are you kidding? We used to get tons of freebies.
I wish we had endorsements on this show.
That's-
Demo.
That's-
That's one of the things I miss most about radio.
Yeah, no joke.
Yeah, I can only imagine because you guys were at the top of the level. You know, y'all had the
Kick FM.
little
Yeah.
show, yeah.
Speaking of which, let me take a moment to correct something real quick, okay?
Okay.
Because when you had Pancho on here, Pancho said that at one time Kick was the top billing station in the market.
That's right. He did say that.
And Nemo made a comment, because Nemo said, "Oh, I can't believe it." Here's the thing: that information was actually incorrect. He misspoke. Okay.
Okay.
Kick FM was never the top biller in the market. We were the top biller within our company because our company had a cluster of radio stations,
Okay.
right?
I
And-
think he said that though.
So he actually said that he was that Kick was the top in the market. It wasn't the top in the market. That would have meant we had to beat out stations like K104,
Kiss FM.
News
Yeah.
Radio 1080, Kiss
Yeah.
FM, and those stations are monsters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I think he was referring to the Mexican and Tejano markets in the DFW.
Well,
That's
we
what
we were the top biller within our company. Our company had a cluster of stations. We had the
Okay.
Tejano station.
What was the name of the company?
At that time,
What was the name of the ownership?
eventually we were Univision. Univision bought the company. It was Tishner, Heftel, and then we became Hispanic Broadcasting Corporation, and then Univision bought that.
So
company.
Univision, okay. All right.
Yeah.
We didn't even know you were gone. Anyway.
We didn't even notice.
Anyway.
So let's talk about me now. since you did that.
So you're saying, okay, so what other I guess lies did you see on that show that he told us?
I'm not going to say lies, but
Okay.
that was
misleading information.
that was just one thing I caught. And I don't know if he misspoke or but I mean, I just wanted to correct that. Kick
Okay.
FM was never the top billing station in the market. We were the top billing station within our company, and our company had like 4 different radio stations. So we were Tejano was the most popular one at that time, and then the whole Norteño thing, started. It came in and just dominated everything to what it is now. I mean, I don't know, like what, 6 or 7 Mexican stations in the market right now.
But they're not all norteño. There's a few that are like 107.1 and point
Right,
0.9. There's something else, and
right,
like 89.3 is something else, and
right.
106.7 is something else. But yeah, like 102.9, no, is it 92.9,
There,
93.7, and 94.1. All those are kick-ass stations,
there's
and
no
107.5.
there's no Tejano market. I mean radio station, right?
Well, you have to have HD radio to listen to it.
Yeah, but there's not a real FM full time.
Right.
If you listen to La Grande has Tejano programming on Sunday mornings
Yeah. Well,
from like
doesn't KNON?
I want to
Yeah.
say from 7 to noon or something like that. And then, well, then you got K and Win, yeah. But I mean,
Right.
it's hit and miss at K and Win. They do play a little bit of Tejano here and there. And I'm, don't get me wrong, I'm not bad talking them. I'm glad they're around because that's
They've been around.
if it weren't for them, there would literally all, well, no, I mean, once you factor in La Grande, but I mean, there wouldn't be really Tejano on FM.
Okay.
No. What kind of
But
ratings do you think 107.5 HD gets, or Fiero?
I really don't know. I'm assuming they do well. I mean, relatively, because they if you ever listen to it, this is how you can tell. Let me give you a really quick just
Gauge.
a really quick lesson on how you can gauge uh, the profitability of a radio station. Okay, you have 60 minutes in an hour,
right.
right? Um, Listen to how many of those minutes are filled up by radio spots. Okay, um, typically you have two breaks per hour, and those spots can those within that break there will be anywhere between 1 to 5 minutes of commercials. The more commercials they have, the more money they're making.
They're making.
So you can actually kind of translate that into their ratings and how popular they are.
I think a lot though. They're like extras. They say, hey, buy 107.5. We'll put it on here. And get a larger coverage. I that's the way I see it.
Well, that is true. Yeah. Sometimes you do get freebies, but I mean, just as a generalization, that's how you can gauge if a station's making money.
Yeah, and that's true. I mean, because those Mexican stations, they like they're all commercials, especially in the morning.
Yeah. I
Right.
used on Tejano time when it was on cable. It was a half-hour show in Dallas twice a week and an hour show in Fort Worth, and I would sell more ads in Dallas than I did in DFW. So some of the ads I said, okay, if you buy so many ads, I'll also throw in some in Fort Worth, and
Right.
vice versa also. If I had extra,
Right.
like Jose Mora, I plugged him everywhere. He was a good friend of mine, so any dead time I had, I always put his in there, like that.
Are
But
you
yeah,
talking about Jose
Jose
from
Mora
Casa?
from Casa Jose. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's
Oh,
why I
okay, okay.
start. That's why I
Yes,
restarted this show.
yes,
I
yes.
got for
That was a good man.
yeah, he was, and he's
He had a great restaurant.
yeah big supporter
Yeah,
of Tejano music in the DFW.
Yes.
he never
Yes.
advertised with me for some reason. Just putting it out there. This is a big show kind of show. I'm gonna put it out there.
Like Pancho has a big supporter of Domingo Garcia,
Yeah.
like that.
Never
Well, Jose Mora was a
advertised
big supporter for
with me
Tejano
either.
too,
Except everyone except Nemo.
except for Nemo. Yeah. Hey Nemo, your audio's out.
Oh, who's your big advertiser?
Are you talking to me or?
You say you sell. Yeah. We don't have no ads, please. Hey, you said you sell advertisement, right? So
Yeah.
who's your big?
Well, our big ones. We have an insurance company. We have an attorney, of course, Domingo Garcia, who we've been plugging. Uh, we have a bail bond company who spends a lot of money with us, and then we get one-offs here and there, clubs, you know, and just things of that nature, restaurants.
So the Longhorns, those people doing stuff with y'all,
The Longhorn Ballroom, yes.
and the other one, the one in Irving.
The one on Northwest Highway, yes. They
No,
have
no, no. The other place in Irving, What is it? Southern Junction.
Southern Junction. They do not advertise with us right now.
Okay. All right. And the West doesn't either, right?
The West does not advertise with us. I don't know. Maybe they feel like they don't have to. They have a pretty.
Yeah, they stopped advertising me too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
they pretty much they have like a built-in crowd. Well, they've been there for 30 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, they'll be celebrating their 30 years anniversary this year, so they have a built-in crowd, and maybe that's why they feel like they, you know, don't have to advertise.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
want them to sponsor our show.
Yeah, good luck with that.
No, I mean no money. I mean I just put ads that put like some flyers there, and so like little cards there so people could see it, and just get the word out so we can build our audience because we do advertise this little magazine that's based out of Fort Worth. And,
I think your best bet is TikTok.
oh, yeah, because that little magazine in Fort
That's the
Worth is
trend.
not doing a whole lot for our subscribers.
TikTok. That's your best bet.
TikTok, okay.
Yeah, you got to
Hey.
ride that wave.
Do you guys do TikTok for
We do,
ponchos?
we do everything. We do the TikTok, the Facebook. You got to understand that when we're catering to the Tejano audience,
Right.
so that
Facebook.
even though like of all the social media platforms, TikTok's probably the most popular, right? And behind them is Instagram, and then behind them is Facebook. But we cater to the Tejanos, so Tejanos tend to be older. Like I said earlier, they tend to be an older crowd, so most of those are on Facebook.
Right. That's true, and we need a Facebook presence there.
That's true.
But you know what? On YouTube, okay, I had these stickers. I passed them out at the Tejano at fanfare this past year,
Yeah.
and I told a friend of ours. Well, Mart, I don't know if Mart's on the chat yet, but I was going to have him help me out, and I said I was going to tell, and a couple other people helped me. I said only hand them out to the guys. And they're going, guys, why the guys? I said, because guys are the only ones listening to us on YouTube. YouTube is predominantly male oriented. I don't know if you knew that.
I did not know
Yeah,
that.
I think we have less than 5% of women listening to our show
Right.
like that. So, yeah, so the guy, I was passing these out. You know when you pass out
We need a
merch.
Bobby Chuno to come host this show, man.
We do.
Get some more, change our demographics.
When I was passing them out, I'd tell somebody, say, hey, do you know what time it is? And the guys would always go like this, and they'd tell me, I said, no, it's Tejano time.
Tejano
And they go, oh, you got me. And so when I was passing these out to, like when I was in the front, in the media area, I was passing these out to all the girls that were in front, and you could see some of the guys who go, like I said, I know you want one too, don't you? He goes, yeah, here you go, like that. So,
buddy, like we were talking before we came on the air,
Yeah.
and like I said earlier, I think our genre of music, Tejano, is experiencing a little bit of a resurgence. I think this would be a great time for you to bring your show back because I about a month ago, I was just scrolling through YouTube and I came across some of the old episodes that you did way back in the day, and man, I felt nostalgic. I felt, I mean, it maybe there's a market there for Tejano,
Those good times.
and I think this would be a great time for you to bring that show back, and maybe not like the way it was before, but maybe do like a Roku channel or something.
Well, well, it's still on the down low where I got a project working with another a podcaster and I've hinted it a few times here, but we're going to bring it back. But I told you, I don't want to be the face of it, but I'm the only person I count on. But I want a young, pretty young girl that's very dedicated and not willing to
That's
get.
creepy.
Is okay without getting paid. And I had a few people in mind.
Why does she have to be a young, pretty girl? Why can't it just be like an older?
Because guys watch the show, and guys don't want to see me. Okay.
Yeah,
They
but
don't
why
wanna
can't it
see
just be
me.
an educated girl?
It's all about sex appeal, is what he's saying.
Is that,
Sex appeal.
is that
You ever
your
seen-
show? Is that
Yeah.
the way you want your show to go?
Sex sells.
Have,
Sex
have,
sells.
have you ever seen like Mexican TV is notorious about? I mean, you'll see a girl in a bikini and she's like selling a transmission shop. I'm like, what
Yeah.
the hell does that got to do?
Yeah.
Right? But I mean, she looks great in a bikini. I mean, let's face it. I mean, nobody wants to see ugly people like us on TV.
Yeah. Ugly old people, like us, definitely.
That's just what it is.
But you know what? I did when we were talking about DJ Taz. I was gonna. You know what? Maybe Taz would like to do the show.
I'm sure he would jump on that.
Yeah,
But
there you go.
first, I'm going to try to find a young. I have one girl that I asked a year ago, And she said, "Oh, let me think about it." And then, so she never got back to me about it.
But
And so,
you have to specify it. You have to put a clause in his contract that he has to keep his cowboy hat on because Taz is bald, right?
Yeah, I think he was on a show without a hat.
True story. I'm not making it up. He's like thinner than I am, and I'm like twice his age. So,
yeah,
yeah,
he's
No,
bald.
did he
He
have a
has
hat?
hair. He's balding. You mean, right?
balding. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh,
was
wow.
I. I'm balding. I just choose a shade.
Well, and it could all work out. It could all come full circle because then once your show becomes successful, you can get him an endorsement deal with like Rogaine or whatever.
Yeah, you could go live. You go live while they're doing it, right?
He could
Yeah.
plug one of those hair restoration places.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I don't want to do a live show. This is the only live show I'm going to do.
Well, you can record it and then you can put it on. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
that's
not-
true.
I have toyed with it. I mean, I've got a green screen. I've got a new intro for the show. I'd have to revamp it if someone else is going to do it, but
if you pay Vic, he'll do it because he can do it for free. It's
It's
gonna
all
be
about
that,
the money,
that
baby. It's all
introvert.
about-
No,
I
he's
can't
not-
pay anybody. It costs me
Okay.
money.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
No,
You know,
sorry.
I'm gonna. You know what? I'll double the amount of money for Vic that I pay you.
Wow.
That's
Double.
horrible.
I'll triple it.
Wow.
Shows you how much he feels about this town. Wow, thank you. You
All
just
right.
let me.
Okay.
So let's talk to Vic. Let's who do you want to talk shit about, man? That's why I had you on the show.
Uh-oh.
Let's talk
Tejano
some
positive.
shit about people.
So that's
Okay, wait. No, okay, I'm not going to bring that up because I read something on Tejano Nation, your number one source for Tejano news, about
About
Bobby.
Vic? About who?
About Bobby. You want to talk shit? You talk. But I don't know why Tejano Nation brought it back up because it's an old news thing, and there was an article on Tejano Nation.
What did it say?
What are you talking? Are you talking about
The rumor.
The what?
The rumor.
Oh, about him being gay?
Yeah. I don't know why they brought it back up.
I know Bobby. I don't know him very well. We'll hang out when he comes to town. Whatever. He's a nice guy. I've never ever.
You never tried to make a
Thought
pass
about it.
at you. What you're saying?
No. Yeah, like he could do better anyway, right? But
Hey, they like the Bears. Okay? They like the Huggy Bears.
I've never ever caught a glimpse or a hint that he may
Right.
be gay.
Not that there's anything wrong with it.
You know the
No,
problem. Here's a problem. Here's a problem. Just like we had Gary Hobbs the other day. He's a conservative guy, kind of low key, back, and he's not out there partying with anybody. And
Right.
that's the same with Bobby. He's low key. He does a show, and he's low key. And he just hangs out in the back, and he doesn't party. He goes back inside the bus. Every time I've hung around with him, that's his MO. He does a show. He says hi to everybody, and then goes on back to his bus. And he's in there, and he's just chilling. He's not doing anything stupid, and so people start talking shit about him,
Yeah.
So that's the way they are.
Nemo's right. Bobby doesn't hang out and sign autographs or whatever. He takes as soon as his show is done, he takes off. And there's a method. There's a reason why celebrities do that. And I didn't realize this until I had a conversation with Jaime de Anda one time.
Uh-huh.
And Jaime told me, it's really not good to be friends with your fans, right? Because we were talking, I forget, we were talking about something and Jay's name came up, and I always thought Jay was kind of rude, like a rude person when it came to that, And Jaime actually pointed something out to me that if you think about it, it's true. He said it's not good to be friends with your fans because then they'll never want to pay to come see you.
Oh.
Because
the hookup.
Yeah, exactly. Because if they think they're your friends, they don't think they have to. But why should they pay? They're your
Hey,
friends.
compadre, what's up?
But if you keep your fans at arm's distance or whatever, and you seem kind of unapproachable or what have you, then they realize they're not your friends, and it's a fan and a friend are two different things. And I never looked at it in that light until Jaime de Anda was the one who pointed that out to me, and I was like, oh, I guess that does make sense.
Well, you know what? Some artists are like that, and I can understand that. But Gary says he doesn't have fans; he's got family and friends, and so he
And he
treats.
charges them.
Well, of course, because his family and friends are going to support him, and they know they
Yeah, I think
need
yeah,
to
you
buy the
should
merch.
support
They
him,
need,
especially if you're a fan. You
yeah,
know, you become a fan. I mean, Mart, he goes everywhere, man. He supports this. He supports everybody, and he'll go to San Antonio. He'll go to all these shows, man, all over Texas. He'll get out there and he'll just support. But and he's friends with a lot of them. You know, a lot of
yeah,
them can bring him backstage, and you'll see him backstage, and he's out there taking pictures with them and stuff. But he supports them. He goes out and wherever they're at, he supports them. And that's the kind of fan you really want, man. That's the
right,
one that's like, whether you're here in Dallas or in Austin, wherever you want him, he's going to show up. And yeah, badass.
yeah. And Stephanie, same way. She's got lots of friends, and I mean,
He
I
always
got
has to
close.
plug Stephanie for some reason. I don't know why he has to
But
plug Stephanie.
She's
but the
my
truth
favorite.
is that people like that are very few and far between.
Yeah,
I have found in my tenure in this genre of music, I have found that our people, Tejanos, tend to be really cheap.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
we're spoiled. We're
I
we
made
spoiled.
are.
I
We're
made a
Not
spoiled.
spoiled San Antonio.
I made a comment one time, and this was years ago. This was before Facebook was really prevalent the way it is now. Nemo, you might remember this. Back in the day, if Tejanos wanted to find out about what was going on in other cities, we could refer to the Tejano Journal. Do you remember that?
Okay, but wait a minute. Let's before we go there, man. I was the Facebook of back in the day. Okay, just an FYI. I was the Facebook because I brought you the advertisement. I brought you the pictures, just like they do now. All the Hano Journal did was just bring you a bunch of gossip. You
Right.
know,
No, but
gossip.
my point is, I
But
made
yeah,
a comment on there one time
okay.
that the biggest threat to Tejano music were Tejano people.
Yeah,
And people got pissed when I said that, but I was like, you need to understand what I'm saying. And if that comment offended you, you're probably the people that I'm talking to,
Yeah.
yeah,
because our people, and I mean, and I say this from experience because when I got out of radio, I started doing my own concerts. I started doing my own shows. So I kind of put on the hat of a promoter.
right.
And it was very difficult to try to, whenever I would tell someone, hey, I got this show coming up, so and so is going to be there, so and so, the first question they would ask was, can you
Guys,
get me in? Right? Can I get in free? Can I get some free tickets? Our people don't like to pay for stuff, and that's bad. And here's the thing, you have to have, as a people, you have to have an economic voice to have a voice, right? People wonder why Dallas doesn't have a full-time, full power Tejano station, right?
Mhm.
When there's so many Mexican stations, right? Why isn't there? You would think there would be at least one Tejano station for us, right?
Right.
But it comes down to economics. You know, the Mexican people are very good about supporting their genre of music. You know, they'll pay 40, 50 dollars,
$100.
$100, yeah,
Really?
to go see a band play. And I've seen them pay 30, $40 just to go into a club.
Yeah.
I IMC'd at Kalua for a long time, which is a Mexican club, right?
Is that still up and running or no?
Kalua is still here. Yeah, I'm not there. I got married and I got out of the.
Oh, did you meet her there?
No, I did not. No, thanks for asking. But I mean, I would see that the Hano people they are very good about supporting each other. They will, spend $20, $30 to get into a club just to hear a DJ play.
Right.
And the Hanos don't do that.
Yeah. And
You
spend
know,
like $10 a beer and stuff like that, or drink.
But why? But why? Why is that?
well, I've come to the realization that I mean it's real simple to say Tejanos just don't like to spend money or Tejanos are cheap or whatever, but you have to dig a little bit deeper to understand that it's not so much the genre of music; it's the fact that look, we just said this earlier. Tejanos tend to be a little bit of an older crowd, right?
Yeah.
Your typical Tejano is going to be mid 30s to 50s, even
60s.
even into 60 years old, right?
Yeah.
And I think as you get older, our spending habits change,
Right.
right? I will not go to a club and spend $100 when I'd rather spend it on my house. I'd rather do something to improve my house.
Can I interrupt real quick?
Feel free.
Go ahead.
He spent I don't know how much money on buying me breakfast one Saturday at I don't know what the name of the place was, but we were there. I had my family on one table. I walked in, he's there. Yeah, Vic. He was talking to somebody, and he was there, and and I didn't want to interrupt him, so I went and he finished his food and he said goodbye and everything. It was cool and everything. And then I asked for the bill, and he said everything was paid for. I said, what? I said, who? Because I also knew Sammy and stuff. There's a few people I knew there. I said, who? He goes, the guy that was sitting right there. I go, Vic. I go, no. And granted, it wasn't just me and my wife. It was me, my wife, my son. And, it was like maybe 5 of us. It was it's big money there, man. So, thank you very much for that. And I can attest that he's not cheap, man, because that stuff was just out of the blue. And thank you very much for that.
But we're friends.
Yeah. No, I know. That was just totally surprised, and it was a nice surprise. But I wanted to say thank you for that.
And on the flip side of that, by the way, when I went and I asked the waitress for their bill, right, buddy? I said, here, give me that. I'm gonna take care of their tab. How much is their tab? And she told me what their tab. I'm like, damn, what if they all eat steaks or what?
I know it wasn't cheap, man. I didn't know somebody was buying. I would have got. And then we come back. I think we were sharing or something.
Good thing you didn't know. You would have said, let's get dessert.
No, that was cool. That was like totally. That's one of the coolest things that's happened to me. Period. Somebody.
Okay, I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
Yeah, thank you. Because here goes about him. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, all right. So tell us about the cheap people that are Mexicans.
So that's the thing is I think because our people tend to be a little bit of older crowd, our spending habits change. In my 20s, even in my 30s, if I went to a club, I didn't care to drop a couple $100, right? Or as long as I was having a good time, that's all that mattered. Right now that I'm older, my spending habits have changed dramatically. I won't, to go and spend a couple $100 on a few beers. That's just not my thing. I'm not going to do that.
Unless there's a pole in front of you.
But goodness.
Yeah, that's a whole other.
Oh my goodness.
That's a whole other conversation.
Come on, man. Really?
Hey.
Anyway, so.
But it happens. But yeah, so like our people, I think because we're an older demographic, our spending habits have changed, and that's why we don't see ourselves spending that kind of money on entertainment like that.
Well, but the thing is that you, even Buddy and myself, any place we used to go, they used to hook us up.
Right.
They used to hook us up, and we didn't pay for nothing.
Right.
We paid for or very little, and if it wasn't the manager, if it wasn't the owner, it was the bartenders that would hook us up. Yeah. So we're not used to that. I mean, we weren't used to that. I mean, now we got used to that. So now, it's kind of hard paying, like $6 a beer and
well, I remember
a drink and stuff like that.
Do you remember Desperados in Arlington?
Of course, I was I emceed a Desperado for many years.
Okay. Well,
again, he doesn't know you, man. He acts like he don't know you.
Please. I remember I kind of had a posse with me. I always had a group of guys there, and I never had to pay for anything because, well, people knew who I was, so people would come and they would always go to the bar and said 20 beers, and we all just grabbed 4 of them and boom, 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 and we passed them around. And then when it was all gone, it said the next guy would go boom, 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 like that. And so I never had to pay for any beers. And remember also at the door?
Yes. Did you tip them?
Oh, I never paid for it.
Did you tip?
I didn't because I never bought any beers.
Yeah, but you still tip, man.
No. Okay.
If they don't charge you and everything, you're still supposed to tip.
It's not. Okay, you're right.
I'm with Nemo on this. It's only good at
it. No, wait. The guys that the guys that paid would tip. I didn't. They would say
Oh, okay. Okay. Somebody else was buying your beers. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So like I said, I had a posse, and they would all come, and
they would pay the beers.
They would pay the tab for 100. I would say, give me 20 beers. Like that. They would say, give me 20 beers, and then we all hook. Like that would be like $80, and they said keep the change for the rest of the beers. Like that. For $100, they get a $20 tip or something like that.
But
I'm assuming that's what happened.
But of course, that was back in the day when Desperado had 99-cent beer too, right? That's what you
69 cents.
Oh yeah, they did have 69 cents. Okay,
you're right.
They did. You're right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
They actually got in trouble. Remember Freddie was the manager there. Yeah, they actually got in trouble with TABC because they were selling beers cheaper than what they actually bought them for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. They were, and it was a gimmick. That's how they got people through the doors.
And they paid $20 cover or something.
How did they get in trouble for that?
Because legally, according to TABC, you cannot sell beer cheaper than what you paid for it. Because then,
because they can't give free liquor away, basically.
right? Well, because TABC, you got to understand when you're selling beer and you're selling liquor, TABC
Tax.
makes money on the tax. So when you're
So
giving it away
You're
cheaper
right.
than when you bought it, they don't make any tax revenue off it. So they don't like it.
So that's why they went to $1.69, I think.
Right.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Understood.
You know, I didn't realize that 20 beers is nothing. It's like $20. Oh yeah, I thought it was. I was wow, they're spending lots of money, but you're right.
Right.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Well, let's hit the chat, man.
Okay, yeah. Okay, last 15. Oh wow, we got 8 minutes. Nemo goes to bed at 8 o'clock, so we gotta. All right, let's see. Hey, Lawrence, QO fellows. Good. Hey, Lawrence has got a couple podcasts. One on Monday. It's a QO podcast, and one on Thursday. And he's the guy that I was telling you that I have a project with, like that.
Yeah.
And so, let's see. Luis, what's up, Big Vic? Hey, do you know Luis?
Luis, maybe. Which
I don't
Luis
know.
are we talking about? I know like 10 different Luises.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have the same people that chime into your show and stuff?
You know, I took my glasses off for the sake of you guys, so you wouldn't see the glare.
Okay.
And now I can't read the back of what's going on.
Okay.
Okay. Well, Luis said it's Selena Quintanilla birthday.
It is.
Yes.
I got
It's
Hey,
National Selena Day, actually.
Okay. An important question I was going to ask you.
Yes.
Now that you've been on the show, since you know Pancho didn't promote our show, next
I
time
did this morning. I plugged.
Oh, you did?
I plugged it this morning on our show. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
Oh, rats.
So
Okay.
if you've got an unusual high number of people watching, it's because I plugged it on.
Yeah, we have
Okay.
4. That's perfect. Thank you so
wow.
much.
Oh, actually, we have 14 eyes on us right now.
Okay.
Y'all owe me.
Okay. Well, anyway. Oh, at least currently that's what we have. Let's see. Okay, we already did that. Luis Hennes also. Nemo.
Your host.
Hinojos.
That's LT.
That's LT.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's LT. What's up, LT?
All
Yeah,
right.
LT's a very good friend. We did radio together.
He was he was one of the Kick FM DJs, right?
He was?
Yeah, I was at that time. Let's see. At that time, I was middays, and he was a drunk. Yeah, so we.
We were all drunks back in the day.
All right.
He knows I love him. He knows I'm just.
We were all drunk. Then they went to that Super Tejano.
Yeah, then LT and I. Oh, LT, Pancho and I all went to Super Tejano, and then Pancho left, and LT stayed as PD, and I was the MD at Super Tejano. Yeah.
Okay.
And then and then he went back. He went to the Mavericks.
Yes,
All right.
he works for the Dallas Mavericks. Yeah, and now he's back in West Texas.
Mhm.
Here's our Orlando Morales. Hey,
Orlando.
Wait, is this the Orlando that used to be the manager for Stampede?
Yeah,
Hey, Orlando! I hadn't seen him or heard from him in a long time.
yeah.
Okay.
I still visit with Orlando once in a while. He's a tailor. He has his own tailor shop.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that.
He's a bougie tailor.
You should
right.
you should hit him up for advertising. He does
That's not his demographic.
he does stuff for like Tony Romo and
Oh.
you know what? Last time he was tailoring one of my suits for my wedding, and Dirk Nowitzki's wife was there.
Okay.
Which
So
one?
we're-
The one that broke into his house?
So,
Do what? No, I don't know. That's the
Okay.
same one, but
Oh, okay.
all right.
Anyway.
Where's Orlando's shop?
it's near downtown Dallas.
By Lemon Avenue.
Okay.
Lemon Avenue?
Nemo, you're kind of lagging
Are
there.
you there, Vic?
Okay. Michelle Gonzalez is
Oh, I
his
am?
wife.
Okay.
Always knows best. Is that your wife?
That is my wife. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Well, nice to meet you.
Maybe because she's talking. Oh, thank you for telling him to take off his glasses.
She's,
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
she's
some
she's the
big
reason,
Vic.
she's the reason why I got out of the nightclub business. And I did nightclubs for a very long time.
Hey, but you know, it's good money. I mean, that was good money, do that was good extra money and stuff. Do you miss it? I mean, do you ever tell her, hey, I'm just doing this professionally. I'm a professional, and I know it's hard. It's got to be hard for them. Period. I understand that. I mean, my wife's
it's hard for a relationship. Yes, it is, because that, as she pointed out to me, and this is very true. It's the devil's playground.
But they're all toxicas. You know why? You're just like,
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, and I worked in that that environment for a very long time. The first club I ever worked at was a Desperado,
Okay.
and I was the house MC there for I don't know, till just about like a few months before they closed.
Okay.
Uh, and I've done, gosh, more nightclubs than I care to
Wait a
admit.
second. Okay. When I was at Desperados, were you DJing then? Because
He's
I did the
MC.
early part.
Is that whenever Panic was around? Is that who was
Yeah.
the DJs back in the day?
The first DJs who were there were Mixmaster Miguel and
Okay, I remember him.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so I think I did Desperados for like 2 years. They were sponsors for the show,
Yeah,
like that, and I think it was Miguel was
yeah,
the DJ there.
yeah.
Like that.
Ironically, now he's the DJ at
At New West.
yeah.
Yeah, I saw him last time I was there.
And he's still playing those same mixes. I'm just kidding.
Hey, old school is still good.
No.
Yeah, he needs to freshen up, man. I mean, you can only play Little Susie for so long.
Miguel's a very good friend of
Okay.
mine. He's at the West on the weekends, and he's actually at the Longhorn on Thursdays.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Now DJ Big ETV2, is that what it is? I don't know. So sup Big Vic. Are you familiar with DJ?
DJ what?
Biggie TV, Deuce or two
Two.
or the second.
Does not sound
We'll
familiar.
say hey.
Thanks for
Okay.
watching.
All right. Hey, Mart's a P1 of ours. I said you got to work on that, buddy. My audience is at least 30% women. Last I checked.
See, he gets more women because he's a younger guy too.
Well, okay.
See?
Does he have a YouTube show?
He has videos.
I don't know if he's got almost 700 subscribers.
He gets 30% more women than you do.
Okay, out of 10 subscribers? I'm just joking, Mark. I don't know how many subscribers you have. I'm just kidding. And I pay.
I think he's talking about like when
he
we're talking about
supports everybody.
shows. Yeah, we're going to shows. That's the guy that I was telling you that he goes all over the Texas and
Yeah.
stuff, and he goes supports them and stuff at the Tejano scene.
Hey,
So
here's a question: how long have you guys been doing this now?
We're
we're pretty bad.
about a year and a half now, right?
Wow.
Almost 2 years. We started when did we start? You know?
I
I think
don't know,
we
it's been a
started
while.
during the summer. I think we started a summer a year ago.
We were interviewing our P1s.
Yeah, because we were trying to figure out the streaming, and so Mart was on the show. He helped us out, and there was Jerry. Remember Jerry? What happened to Jerry? Nemo.
Oh, you tell me?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's Jerry.
You don't remember
Jerry Hernandez. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't see him as much
Hey,
anymore.
I don't know.
On social
Vic,
media.
hey, Vic, did
Wait.
you?
I think he's going to give us some,
What'd you say?
some advice.
Who was?
Vic.
Vic was in. Give us some advice.
Yeah.
Well, no. I was just curious because, like I said, prior to that episode that you guys had with Pancho, I didn't even know you guys were on.
Wait.
Nemo, do you put this on your Tejano USA?
No, I put it on the
Front
on the
page.
social media. On the social
We're
media.
on his cover.
Yeah, I don't. My cover is in the middle of the corner spot, and it's something that he gave me. So I was like, all right, I just put it there.
Hey, it's got okay.
But it's
All right.
yeah, I plug it every Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh.
Unless
Put the-
it's just us, and then I don't plug shit.
Only when we have a guest, I guess.
He's like, yeah, it's just me and you. We're gonna talk. I'm like, oh, come on, man. Nobody wants to listen to us.
I told this is called Tejano Talk, and
Right.
I just wanted to talk about Tejano music.
He was talking about the awards that happened like 4 weeks ago. Like,
I don't mind not having a guest on the show, but Nemo doesn't like the show when we don't have a guest. I guess. I mean, I enjoy talking to the guests and stuff, but it's a lot of work to get people on the show. Nemo doesn't know about that.
Believe me, I do a morning show, so I understand.
Yeah, it's not easy, is it? Because
You know what I could do when I have guests on the radio, I could pass on your contact info.
Please.
that'd be badass, dude. That'd be badass.
For example, last week I interviewed Lucky Joe with his
Oh,
whole
That's
bus
badass.
situation that he's got going on.
So he got a good bus. Is 25K? Does that really buy you a good bus?
Yes,
I mean, I'm thinking 25K doesn't buy you shit, right?
Well, then
It's a
again,
good
it's
down
not.
payment.
It wasn't a used. It wasn't a new bus. It was an older used bus that one of his cousins was selling, as it turns out. And he actually met his goal.
Yeah, that's cool.
And surpassed it. He was trying to reach 25,000. He got $26,000, and then he did a Facebook Live saying, "Hey, you know what? Thank you. Stop sending me money. Please stop sending me money." And so he made his goal. And the ironic thing about that is we interviewed him, and I was talking to Pancho about it off the air. I was like, because we know, uh, the kind of money Lucky Joe charges when he plays somewhere. We're talking, we were doing the math in our heads. We're like, how many gigs and over how, let's say Lucky Joe plays on a Friday and a Saturday,
All
maybe,
right.
right? On a good week, he'll play a Friday or Saturday. How many gigs? How long do you think it would take for him to make 25,000? Because remember, he has overhead. He's got to pay his
Yeah.
band. He's got to pay the sound crew, whatever production, if they have all that.
Travel
And we
expenses.
did the math in our heads, and we were thinking it would probably take him about 2 months of gigs uh,
Right.
to raise that kind of money. Maybe three. Maybe let's say 3 months, just to be on the safe side. Let's say it would take him 3 months to raise that kind of money. And this is the power of social media, guys. He raised more than that in a week's time.
Yeah.
In a week's time,
That's
and
true.
that is phenomenal. And it's I was impressed because uh, I've always been one of those people that say, Tejanos aren't good about supporting,
Yeah.
You
and
know what?
and yet he did that, and I mean it. Wow, it worked. I think it worked better than even he thought it would.
But what about all the people talking shit?
Well,
Huh?
I think there is going to be people that
Right.
and I read some of the comments
Yeah.
that people were making about
Yeah.
why would you just go beg, and I'm like, well, and I think those people, particularly other artists who might have thought that of him, are just pissed off because they didn't
They
do it
didn't think
first,
of it.
you know
Now if they did it, they say, "Oh, now you're copying, Lucky
right.
Joe."
So
Yeah.
and now what's interesting to see is if that's going to open the floodgates for other bands who are in need to just come on there and ask their fans or their followers or whatever, hey,
I
how about a helping hand, right? How about you
I
know?
would like I would like to have Lucky Joe on here and have his fans help support us, right, Nevo?
I'll send you his contact info.
Okay.
Just
Oh,
okay.
actually, I have contacted him, but when I contacted his dad just passed away,
Oh.
so
Oh,
I was giving him some time to like that.
Oh.
But
right.
So,
I
but
was
yeah,
gonna
no,
tell you,
no, wait. Let's talk about people that were talking shit. Like, what was it? Was it like somebody from Salgado's family talking shit, or do you know?
That I don't know.
Oh.
I did read some comments, but they weren't from anyone who's
And
recognized.
okay, okay. I thought somebody in that family was talking shit, or maybe it was Deanna's.
No, but we can start those rumors if you want to. We can say.
Well, we have people over at the Hano Nation. I mean, we had some that girl that we interviewed.
yeah,
We could reach out to her and tell her that
what to help
that
sponsor
people
us?
people no people talking shit about
I'm not gonna
other
do it.
celebrities. All right, all
No,
right, all
but
right.
I appreciate any help you can send them our way. But
Yeah,
I
anybody, dude.
yeah, any of the guests that come bring them our way.
Do
But
you only interview Tejano people?
Uh, well, we're at the Hana format, so yeah,
yeah,
Do
pretty
you
much.
never interview politicians or attorneys or
Not really. No.
no,
except
no,
maybe
no?
Domingo Garcia would be one since he sponsors you guys.
Well, I mean, Domingo Garcia actually used to be the reason why Domingo Garcia supports Tejano Radio so much is
Why is
because
that?
Domingo Garcia used to be a Tejano Radio DJ.
Oh, I didn't know
KNON
that.
or where KFJZ? What?
In his college days, he's the one that started the KNTU thing.
Oh, he
Wait,
started that?
can to
True
you.
story. When he went to college there and he started the KNTU thing, it was Domingo Garcia.
Where's the
Wow.
KNTU?
KNTU was Saturday mornings. I don't know if they're still on,
And
but
dead.
they were
They're
like
not. They took it off.
a college
Was that here in DFW?
station. Yeah, yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't
Didn't.
know. Oh, wait.
It would reach all the way over here. 88.1.
Yeah, I knew a DJ that actually started me. It was God, he was a big guy from uh, Jesse Ortiz. No,
Jesse Knight Rider or
the
T.
Night Rider. Yes, is that the
I
same
think
one?
Jed.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Domingo is the one who actually started that, and then he became a lawyer. And now he makes real money. So
yeah.
yeah,
Oh, the
Good
Night
choice.
Rider.
Good choice, right?
The Night Rider was the first person to introduce the word Tejano to me. I didn't know what Tejano was until he told me about it.
I could never get into that guy. I mean I could never get into his DJing modes, and he was just too corny for me, man.
It
Anyway, but he's passed away, so
okay.
God
Well,
bless him.
fortunately for me, I had a hookup from Freddie Records,
uh,
and Lucky Joe's with Freddie Records,
yes,
right? So I'll tell you who our next guests are going to be. One is remember I was talking about Tejano TV? Well, Danny Farias is one of the sponsors for Tejano TV. He's an actor and he'll be on the show next week. But the following week will be David Farias will be on the show, and after that would be Pete Astudillo, and after that La Fiebre. I don't know exactly which members are going to be on there, and then uh, Johnny from Los Palominos, well,
right.
formerly from Los Palominos, is going to be there.
Did you know they
And
split up? He went gospel. Did you know that?
Yes,
I
yeah,
didn't know that. That's
yeah.
crazy.
He's
Are we
been-
going to talk to him about Jesus or what, man? What are we talking
no,
about?
he still plays Tejano music.
But
he,
he went
he plays Tejano
Christian,
Christian music,
right?
Christian.
and it
It
actually
sounds good.
yeah, it
Yeah,
actually sounds good.
but
Like
there's never been a big hit to Hunter Christian big hit. I
Not
mean,
yet.
I think
Jimmy Edwards went, Fama guy went, that girl from over here in Dallas went. What was her name?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth Gutierrez. They went gospel. Nobody ever really made it.
Yeah, but here's the thing: his music doesn't sound gospel. It sounds like regular
Right.
Tejano music.
It sounds like Los Palominos.
Yeah. So if you listen to it, yeah, I mean you have to pay attention to it. Some of
Right.
the songs that he sings, where he doesn't actually reference God,
Right.
if you don't pay attention to the lyrics, you wouldn't even know it's Christian.
Right.
It's good stuff.
Yeah. For people that don't know Spanish like I do, you wouldn't even recognize it.
So, but we're going to talk to him about Jesus. What are we talking about?
Okay, you know what? That's why I do research, and so if you don't want to talk about Jesus, that's fine.
Oh, I got plenty to say about Jesus. I ain't scared of that.
Okay.
I want him to see my way of thinking, right?
Well, after him, it's going to be Pio Torino, and
That's
so
another
I
classic.
got a hookup for the next.
It sounds like you're set.
Yeah, but I could always use more help. I mean, I got lucky that I got a contact from Freddie Records, and so I was gonna say, okay, let's do one every month for the next 3 months.
I know. Okay, let's
And
do
then
one
he said,
short.
well, let's get our guys in there. Boom, 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 boom. And I said, all right, let's do it, like that. But yeah, I definitely need some more hookup. Like Jennifer Pena
Pena?
would be a nice one.
Hey,
I've been
Mark
trying-
said he could hook it up.
Well, there's several people that have said stuff for me and they haven't hooked it up.
He came through with Destiny.
Okay, that's true. You're right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, maybe I will do that. But you know what? Who was that? Remember that girl from Di Marie? Did you tell me that she's hooking up with Jennifer? She's singing Segundo or something like that.
She moved over to the Jennifer camp. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know that until
Did
you
know
told me that.
Like,
I'm sorry. What?
Di Marie that used to be with Mike and the Iconics.
The Iconics.
She went to Jennifer's camp.
When you say she's hooking up with Jennifer, how
She's singing with them now.
Oh.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
why you
that
gotta make
way.
that clear because
That's not very interesting.
hooking up is like
Yeah. Okay, I didn't mean it that way, but
Thank
so-
you for specifying.
yeah. And Lawrence is always a good contact. He's got Jennifer Pena's stuff like that. I just
He's yet to get it to us.
well, I haven't really actually. Okay, Lawrence, I need the phone number, or I need the contact, or the.
This guy.
Okay. But I mean, there's lots of people I want to get on, but like Gary Hobbs. We got lucky. We got Gary Hobbs, same contact. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm always looking for help because Nemo's not helping me. Okay, wait. Okay, I'll take that back, Nemo. You've been giving me some names, but some people I contact.
I'm big for you, man.
I know. I said.
What
You're right.
else do you want, baby? Come
That's
on.
true.
What else do you want?
Okay, we got Big Vic here. Okay. All right, let's see who else we got here.
We got Pancho. We had Leo. We had a few.
Oh no! Wait, Luis says, "Hey, Oraldo in Dallas,
Oraldo in Dallas.
for the historic building in the movie theater where Lee Harvey Oswald got caught." Yes. Okay. Lawrence, I'm still here. Hey, I thought you had band practice today.
Hey,
Lawrence?
real quick, you missed Orlando where you said he's in the design district.
Oh,
It's the
okay.
design
All right.
district. That's again,
Design.
that's the bougie areas over there. That's like
That's off of 75.
big money. Oh
No,
my, oh man,
I
come on.
don't. I don't think his shop is actually in the design district. He's
He
where all the
just
liquor stores are at.
he
That's what.
just said right there, design district.
Well,
He's where the liquor stores
Is
are.
he misleading us?
maybe he's moved.
Because you're our
Moved
fact
his.
checker, man. I like that.
Okay.
You're our fact checker.
Okay. Nathalia, is that it?
Nathaniel?
Nathaniel? I can't read. I don't have my glasses on, so it's kind
Nathaniel Selena says, "Woohoo, Big Vic. What's up, big dog?"
of okay.
Nice.
JV Rodriguez, go ahead and read it.
Saludos.
JV's no buddy of mine from the Kick FM days. He was one of our weekend jobs.
JV.
Yeah, JV's a good buddy.
Okay.
Saludos, gentlemen. Big shout out to my friend Big Vic. He also started me on KFM. See, you see, that's cool, man. That you help somebody else out, man. That's cool.
All right.
That's
Sonia
true.
Munoz.
I didn't remember that. That's right. But when I met JV, he was the KNON, and I brought him over. I thought he was that good that I brought him over to our station.
That's cool. That's badass. Sonia
Sonia.
Munoz says, "Hey, Big Vic."
All right. Okay. Lawrence it says I have had 6 people already hit me up for raising money on my show since Lucky reached his goal. Ah.
So, what kind of are they hitting up to help them raise money? They're hitting them up to donate, or what exactly?
Or donate for your show, Lawrence, because we need money, don't we?
Oh, like he wants to do a GoFundMe account for his show?
Oh, I don't know. I think we should do a GoFundMe. Okay, Jaime de Anda. Wait, this is Jaime. Salute, guys, and Big Vic.
JDA.
All right,
JDA?
Jaime. We would. Okay, is this the real one, or are we getting?
It doesn't matter.
Well, I was gonna say, Jaime, we would
that.
love to have you on the show. You know. Okay.
Yeah, we could talk about his dog, how it keeps changing.
Okay.
I think that's cool, though. I mean, reality, right?
That is, yeah. I think that's the second. He's on his second buddy.
Second or third. I thought it was okay. That's cool.
Okay. Lawrence told me about Di Marie.
Okay, Lawrence, you're just trying to take my thunder here. I think I told him on TV on the show last week.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Okay.
Biggie TV2 said something again.
Okay. Oh, so this is the real Jaime de Anda.
That's JDA. Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Hey,
JDA,
Jaime, we would love to have you on the show. Hey, you can email me at itstejanotime@gmail.com. And I would love to get a hold of you.
You just got
and get
excited,
you
man.
on the show.
Wait, how you gonna try to book guests while I'm on the show? Can we?
I know. What's
Hey,
going on?
I need all the help I can.
Wow.
Okay. All right. Hey, wait. Is he
Like
going to
you're
be on one
stealing
of your?
my thunder.
You're doing a show. Is Jaime de Anda on that?
Yes, we're doing a Cinco de Mayo in Fort Worth. It's going to be
Sunday.
They call it the Museum District. It's going to be on Sunday, May the 5th. Jaime de Anda is going to be headlining, actually.
Okay. Awesome.
We're going to have let's see, Jaime's there, I believe.
So who's putting that show on?
I'm sorry, what?
Who's putting the show on?
The city of Fort Worth.
So I reached out to him on social media and I said, hey, I want to talk to whoever's over advertising. They left me on red.
Wow.
Yeah, I told him, hey, I do a publication here. We push Tejano and stuff, and
I'll point you in the right direction. I'll get you a phone number for the right person.
Hey, you know what? We could always do an ad on our show too.
oh, get back, man.
You guys should seriously, y'all should come out there. And we'll do like some live clips. You can record do some interviews with the artists that are there, and then play them back on your show.
Tejano time. Tejano talk.
Well, on It's Tejano Time I'm not going to go to the nightclubs and record like I did back in the day.
It's not a nightclub. It's not a nightclub.
Oh, I know.
It's an outside event.
Outdoors.
It's an outdoor event in the museum district, right?
In the museum district. It's actually right behind Dickies Arena.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
if you're familiar with Dickies Arena, behind
Dickies Arena,
there's a couple of museums. One is the Cowgirl Museum, and there's another.
yeah.
There's another one that's dedicated to like cowboys or something like that. And we're going to be in between the two museums, and we're trying to promote the actual museums. We're trying to get more Latinos to come and visit those things. And so we have
Add the Tejano section, and maybe they will, right?
I'm sorry.
Add a Tejano section to their country girl and country boys.
Exactly. So it's going to be outdoors. It's on a Sunday, May the 5th. It's on the actual Cinco de Mayo. They're calling it Cinco in the district, and it's free. And Tejanos love free, so
Yeah.
it's free. So
So who
you
you
guys should
said?
go out there. You guys should get a banner printed and bring it. I
Huh?
promise you, if you get a banner printed, I'll make sure we hang it on the stage as a backdrop.
Wait, that's like 2 weeks. Can I get a banner in 2 weeks?
Call Fernie. Fernie does banners.
Okay. Nemo, go 50-50 on me.
Anyway, I'll give you my
We'll
banner.
put
I'll give you the
Tejano
Tejano
USA
banner.
there. We'll put Tejano USA there.
I'll give you my banner real quick.
Okay. Well, God, that's gonna be tough to do. Can I just give them stickers and just put it everywhere?
You can do whatever you want.
Hey, keep scrolling.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. Oh, who else is gonna be there besides Jaime? He said he's headlining.
Jaime's headlining. I believe J.R. Gomez is going to be there.
Oh, cool.
Texas Latino.
Oh, you know
is
what? I
gonna
think I
be-
saw this flyer. I think I
Yeah.
saw an ad like that.
Texas Latino. Do you like the original Texas Latino or the new Texas Latino? Which one you like better?
Oh, wow, tough question. Man, I mean, I like pretty much all of Texas Latino music.
Yeah.
The Sevi, the driving force behind Texas Latino, Sevi, the keyboard player and the
Right.
arranger of the band, has done a phenomenal job to find these vocalists
Yes.
who are able to replace the original.
Rick.
And
Is
they
it Gabe? Gabe is
still
the,
sound the same. Yeah, Gabe.
Yeah.
Before Gabe, it was Ben, and before that, the original one was Rick.
Okay.
And Sevi has done a tremendous job at keeping the band sounding the same, even though they've gone through all these different vocalists. So they have great music.
But the music is different though, right? When you say
It's all
from the
good.
original Texas Latino versus the present Texas Latino.
I saw Texas Latino perform at Fanfare.
Uh-huh.
They were.
Oh, I'm
good.
not saying they're not good. They
Oh,
perform, they kick ass, and
Yeah.
but I'm just saying it's a different genre than what it used to be. Anyway, I
It's
I
good.
see it that way,
All right.
and maybe because then I think we're gonna have Rick on too. By the way, I've given you that information.
Okay, you're right. I haven't reached out yet. You're right. You have given, but Savannah V, she still hasn't contacted me back.
Okay. Anyway,
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mart says, "Oh, JD, JR, Texas Latino, over at Will Rogers."
12 to 6 on May the 5th.
He said Will Rogers.
That's right there, the same area.
Oh, it is
Yeah.
the district. Okay, I didn't know. All right. Hook me up Vic, for my show. Oh, what show does he have?
So it's DJ Biggie TV 2. You don't know this guy? I guess he has a show.
I'm sorry, it doesn't sound familiar.
Okay. Hey, Big E, give yourself a plug
Yeah,
later on. Okay,
yeah.
but do it quick because
Yeah, tell us what you're on, man.
Yeah, tell us. Okay, Sonia says, okay, Will Rogers. Okay, Mart says, saludos, Jaime. Also,
Hey, you missed.
lovely
You need to go
wife.
back up. Go back up.
Who did I
Go
miss?
back, go back to Mahan Studios.
Who? Macan Studios?
Go back to Mahan.
Oh, wait. They hit me up for a fundraiser for
Mhm.
their own reasons. Some for medical, some for funeral.
Now keep going down. Jesse
one?
Perez says, ¿Qué
¿Qué
pasa?
pasa?
One more.
Okay.
And then Jaime says, let him know when. Bam!
Oh, hey, I need his number. I need
Get
a
your
contact.
calendar out. Get your calendar
Okay.
out, man, right now.
Hey,
I'll send you his info.
okay, good. All right.
I interviewed Jaime last week.
Last week?
Yeah, he came. He actually came to our studio. He's promoting a new CD he's got. So
Okay. Oh, so you had two guests last week.
I did actually
Lucky
the
Joe.
same day. Actually, the same day we interviewed
Oh, wow.
Lucky Joe on the phone, and then Jaime was in the studio with us. The second part of the show, and he hung out with us. He brought us his new music. It's got some really good stuff. I mean, I recommend you have him on here. Have him, send you his new music. His new material it's great.
I saw them last year at Vegas
you like
Tejano on Sunday.
Uh-huh.
That was probably the best show that hands down, and I love Stephanie, but hands down, his performance at Vegas Tejano last year. What most people that had podcasts like like Bumper and everybody else, Bumper, Lawrence, they all left on Saturday because they had to go. I wasn't leaving until Monday, so I saw it. I've got some awesome footage of Jaime. Oh, is by far the best performance and I love Jaime back in the '90s. I love this show is way more than I've seen him before.
Jaime is very. I mean, he's famous for being a very good showman. You know,
Oh yeah,
he's not one that just gets up there and plays, but he dances and he spins.
yes,
You know, I mean, he gets at one point in his show, he'll actually get off the stage because he has a wireless mic on his accordion.
he did that. He
And
did
he'll
that.
actually get off and he'll start dancing wapangos in the middle
Yes,
of the set.
and we all circled around him. I was so glad I had my camera and I was taking footage, and my arms were killing me, but I was not going to stop.
I'll send you his contact info.
Okay, yeah.
Have
Jaime
you,
was
have you
awesome.
interviewed Los Chamacos?
Me?
I have not because they haven't come this year. They tend to stay, you know, San Antonio and down. They haven't really come up here.
They did, and they just didn't. It didn't. Yeah, they just did a few times, and that was it. It was just like a novelty, and then it kind of fading out.
Well, I
Yeah.
think the Ibarra boys were also performing with Los Chamacos. Remember the two little boys?
Yes.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So they were performing with Los Chamacos. I think. Am I wrong?
I don't know. I saw the Ibarra boys last summer. You know, last summer. Speaking of Jaime, I got to go down to San Benito, Texas, and I gave a speech at his induction to the Conjunto Hall of Fame in South Texas.
Well deserved.
And that's where, yeah, he's now in the Hall of Fame, and that's where I saw Los Ibarra Boys, and they actually have music now that's just got released. They have
Oh,
a
cool.
label and
They,
everything.
they performed at Fanfare this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Jaime is in my top three accordionists.
Oh, okay. Okay. So here goes a question. Give me your top three.
Jaime,
Mm-hmm.
Danny Farias.
You mean David Farias?
David Farias. I was thinking Danny next to
Loves him that
David-
much.
What?
Go ahead. Who's number one?
I can
All time.
And I used to. Okay, you saw my show, right? Do you remember the intro?
Oh, wow.
He has
Gosh,
long hair.
I don't remember. I'm sorry.
I can't remember his name either, but he's like one of my favorite accordionists.
Albert Zamora. Albert Zamora.
Albert Zamora, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, those are my top three.
Who's your top three, Vic?
Good choices. Jaime would probably, let's see. Wow. Okay. Let's see.
DLG's got to be up there too.
Yeah, I would put David Lee at number 3, put Jaime at 2. And the best accordion player that I ever laid eyes on was Joe Martinez, who passed away from the Hometown Boys.
Oh, I don't.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't think
And you
I've
know-
been out of Tejano other than these past 2 or 3 years. I've been out of Tejano for 20 years,
Oh, wow.
like that. In the year 2000 is, I went broke with Tejano time, and I said, okay, I'm done. I got to live my life for a while, and I stopped listening to Tejano music. I got into salsa music, and I got my graduate degree, got married. And
See how you
stuff
turn
like
this
that.
around to him?
Okay, and
I tell you
then
this- I tell you
Jose
that what
Mora passed away, and that's when I came back.
Okay, now you, Nemo, go. Your top 3.
Yeah, your top 3.
Salgado.
Okay.
Salgado.
Top 3? You're going to
yeah.
put Michael Salgado?
Probably
Okay.
3. I really like Salcedo.
Sonny?
I think he jams hard, and man, you know, Jaime's up there. And I can't think of
David Lee?
no, the guy that was with the Moss original guy. What was his name?
Frankie Caballero.
Oh, okay.
That guy.
Frankie
used to jam back
Caballero's
in
a
there.
beast, too.
Yeah,
Hey,
he's a
speaking
he's a
of-
badass dude.
Speaking of Sonny, Sonny's going to be opening for the Tejano Country Music Awards at Billy Bob's in November.
Oh, see, he's a good
10th.
fit for that. He's a really good fit for that. Sonny does really good
Country.
country music, too.
Yeah. Well, guess what? So is Michael Salgado.
Oh, hands down, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know why they. I think they should swap out Sonny and Michael.
Okay.
Salgado. I got an issue with
It's
my,
already
with
8:26.
Sonny
So
now.
let's wrap it up.
I got some drama with
8:26.
Sonny. If you watch the next last
8:27
week's
now.
show,
It's
you-
now
you'll know the
8:28.
drama. Okay. Sorry. Did we get everybody?
He ignored him. No,
Okay, I'm sorry.
Jaime
Wait,
still has a few things.
Jaime says, what did he say?
Volando solo new CD is
Okay,
Volando.
that's his new CD coming out. Okay,
Volando.
Volando Solo. Yeah, that's it.
everybody check it out, and thank you for the support. Okay, Jaime, I definitely will reach out as soon as Vic tells me your contact information. Okay, and I could probably get you in June. Okay, because May's all booked up. But yeah, I would love to have you in June. Uh, let's see. And Martin said, put on Next Generation Latinx records along with homies from what? I don't understand what that was referring. Are they performing?
Latinx Records along with the homies from La 45. I guess they put something together.
I don't know.
Next Generation Latinx Records.
Okay, cool. I'm looking forward. Thanks, Vic, for because of you, Jaime was watching the show.
I'm glad to help.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you,
Thank you.
boss. Appreciate
All
you.
right.
If nothing else, something good came out of this, right?
Oh no, I was glad catching up with you and stuff like that. But I would definitely. Hey,
He said he didn't know you. I don't know how he's catching up with you.
okay, he's lying. He's lying.
He was
I
like,
did know.
I tell him, who is that? Like, come on, man.
That's not true.
Yeah.
I've had him on the show a
I
couple
said,
times
he
back
has-
in the '90s.
He has a.
And I'm not just blowing smoke when I say that. You should really consider like starting a Roku channel or something.
The project.
The stuff that's out there right now on Roku is it's dismal.
Oh, really? Okay, that's cool to know because
Okay.
we know those people that run the Tejano TV and stuff.
Yeah, we know that they're on our
And,
show.
and there's a girl that he keeps making fun of.
Vicky B. Yeah.
He keeps making fun of her.
There's this Vicky B. It does Cantamos con Vicky B. And I go like this, oh, because she keeps her hands close because of the green screen. So I go T-Rex, oh, like that.
Wow.
So like that. And by the way, I'm her biggest fan according to her. Like,
Anyway,
like that.
all right.
But
Y'all should do something like that because, like I said, the stuff that's out there right now is awful.
you know what? Okay, let me ask you.
Okay.
Do you know?
It's 8:30.
Okay, Nima, if you gotta go, you gotta go. Okay, all right.
I'm gonna go.
But if you know, because I told you I don't want to be the face of the show.
Right.
If you
There
know
we go.
a dedicated, pretty
Wait,
young
wait,
Latina,
wait,
when
wait,
I mean
wait.
like young,
Yeah.
I mean like late 20s, early 30s.
Hey, wait up. Let me just say bye to Vic. Thank
Okay.
you, Vic. Appreciate you, man. Lots of love for you. Thank you for the breakfast of the day and anything you need with, man, let us know. We'll be more than happy to just mention it because it won't help, but we'll mention it. But, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, boss. Appreciate you.
Come on, just stick around. I'm just gonna ask him one question.
Oh, my
That's it, all
goodness. You already gave me the okay, boss.
right? No. Okay. If
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
I believe
if
Nemo's going into overtime right now, right?
I
Yeah,
know,
big
we're passing
time.
Good time.
Big time. It was like
I think
8
this is the
o'clock.
longest we've ever been. Wait,
Yeah.
I think Stephanie was the longest one. You
Okay.
might be passing her up like that. But if you know of somebody that's cute, that's fine, Devo, that would be interested in hosting a show like this.
Wait, I'm married. I don't know any cute girls anymore.
Okay, do
I'm
you
married.
remember that there was a girl at Kick FM? She did promotions for a while, and then she came and did help Pancho with the show.
There was in promotions. We had a girl named Trisha.
Oh, it's Trisha, and then she became part of the show with Pancho.
Yeah.
What is she up to?
Trisha got married, and
Somebody like that personality would be cool for the show.
she'd be great. She had you know what? I think she might be available. Actually, you know what? Speaking of Jaime,
Yeah.
Trisha is actually related to Jaime Young.
Oh, I did not know that.
A little bit of more useless trivia for you, but yeah, I will. I have her contact info. I'll
Okay.
pass it on to you.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be her. I mean, but if she's interested, we can talk. But remember, there's no money in it unless she gets her sponsors, and then they'll
Right.
pay for her, like that.
Right.
But just keep it in mind if you run into anybody like that, because I've had a couple girls like Rebecca Valadez we had on the show. I think she would be awesome, but she's got too many
Right.
kids and she's too busy. And then
Right.
there's a couple TikTokers that I've met that I've offered it to, and like that. And they say, oh. And of course, their followers are a lot more than ours, so like that. But somebody that, if you ever run into somebody that is, very dedicated, knowledgeable about Tejano, passionate about Tejano music, I would love to have somebody like that on the show,
Well, I'll
if you can.
I'll see what I can.
Okay.
I'll see
And
what I
then
can-
again, DJ Taz, I might end up having him do it, asking him. To
I
do
think
it,
he
but-
would. He would jump all over.
I think you're right, but like I
yeah.
said,
Yeah.
I think we need a pretty talented young lady to do it. That's my first choice.
Yeah.
Not I'm not saying anything bad about Taz or anything like that. I think he would be a great choice if I
Come
was
on.
looking for a guy.
What? Taz isn't pretty? Come on. He's.
You
I
think
mean,
guys would want to watch Taz?
if him and I were in jail together, I mean,
Okay.
no,
Who'd be on top? Not just
I
messing.
yeah.
Okay.
I think
All
that
right.
goes without saying, but
Okay. Well, can you help me close the show since Neil was gone?
yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
I'm your host, Oraldo, for It's Tejano Time.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys sign out, so
No, just say your name and, for the morning posse.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you
Okay.
guys for having me.
Oh, yeah.
If you're in the Metroplex, Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex, because here's the thing about YouTube, you can watch it anywhere, right?
Exactly.
But please tune in to I'm on the morning show with Pancho Pistolas. You can download the app and listen to us anywhere. It's the Pancho Pistolas radio app, and again, if you ever want to check me out in the mornings, Monday through Friday, 7 to 11 a.m., please do so. And again, thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with us this evening. Uh, Buddy, thank you for putting this show together. Not only this, but
Well,
the
thank
first
you.
show you did, you have done a lot for this genre, and so I appreciate you
Well, thank you.
and Nemo, of course.
And Nemo. Oh,
Yeah,
you know what? That did. Okay, a couple of years ago, Medico, my camera guy, now
yeah,
associate producer and longtime friend, he told me that Pancho was trying to do like a symposium convention or or Tejano panel.
yeah. It's an
Like,
idea. It's an idea that we've kicked around
okay,
a few times. Um, Whether or not it'll come to fruition, I don't know yet. But
okay,
it's something that we talked about, and maybe now, like I said, with our genre experiencing this little bit of resurgence
yeah,
that it's going through right now, maybe now we'll actually be able to do something like that.
okay. Because Medico reached out to me and said if I wanted to be on, I go, me? Why would you want me on there? And then,
Well, you've been around a long time. People should know if you're watching this on YouTube. People should know that they can still go and find your old episodes, right? They can
yeah,
still find your old episodes, and they are, I mean, they're.
only only 50 of them. I had over 200 episodes.
What happened to the rest?
I have to digitize them all. I just put my right there, yeah, behind me. You see all the tapes.
Uh,
I have to digitize those, and it takes a long time.
and the problem with it's hard to sustain a show like that of Tejano
Yes,
videos because our people, our Tejano artists, for some reason it hasn't clicked yet how important videos are.
yes,
And that when I say that, I don't mean just spit out a video just to spit one out, but I
yeah,
mean I'll give you a prime example. Jesse Turner from Signal,
yeah,
his videos are like I think his are the standard. His are the videos that he makes are awesome.
yeah.
You
Like
know,
back in the day, La Mafia and Selena's, and those are who else was it? La Tropa F. They had some real good videos.
but not that many of our people do that now, and they haven't figured out yet. Here's the thing: there's a lot of towns, even here in Texas. There's a lot of towns that don't have access, like Dallas.
Uh huh.
We don't have a full time, full power Tejano radio station, right?
Right. Yeah.
But everyone has access to YouTube,
Yes. You're right.
right? So even in little towns where they don't have, I say little, but look, Dallas is not a little town. Even in towns where they don't have a Tejano station, you can still consume your media on YouTube and you can hear the music. And that's why I try to tell the artists that I speak to, I try to tell them videos are important. I mean, your music's important, but your videos are almost as important. So don't just put out a crappy video just to say you put one out.
Yeah.
I mean, actually take the time if you're going to do it right. Take the time, spend money on production. Hire an actual director, someone to do a storyboard for you, whatever. Make a good quality video, and I think that will take you even
That's
further than because, like I said, look, Signal is the prime example. They invest into their music videos or their record company does whatever. But I mean, they do well, and they,
Yes.
like I said, the thing is, everyone in the world has access to YouTube.
Right. And you're right. There aren't. I don't think there are any shows like Tejano. I mean Tejano Time like I did currently. I mean, there's something called Tejano TV on Roku, and the it's not on demand though, like YouTube is.
And the stuff that's on there right now is very, in my opinion, is very poor quality.
Right.
The only person that I know who has anything remotely close to what you guys do is the guy in the valley, Rock and Roll James,
Oh yeah.
has
Rocket
his. I think it's called
PVT.
PBT. Yeah,
Hashtag PVT. Yeah.
yeah, and that stuff. His show has become very popular.
Yeah. But he doesn't do music videos, and Rock and Roll James, he doesn't consider himself a Tejano podcast
Right.
because he covers all genres, and I mean he does a lot of rock, and then he has actors and a lot of Tejano artists definitely. Are you familiar with Bumper Gomez?
Yes.
Bumper's Wacky Wednesday. Lawrence, he has two shows. One on Monday, one on Thursday. I think they're both at 8 o'clock on YouTube. And there's the Three Amigos show is one. Remember Dee Burleson from Culturas?
Yes.
He's on that show.
Oh, okay.
And he was on. And are you familiar with Marcus Daniel? He's another black guy in
The other
town. Music.
Morenito, yeah.
Yeah, so he was on our show, and he's also on the Three Amigos show. And then there's Mas Chingon Radio is the umbrella company for Tejano TV, and so
Oh, okay.
and that's on Roku. And I told you that Lawrence and I have a project we're working on
Right.
Roku and stuff like that. But it's starting to get out there. There's a lot of other podcasts. You know, I told you I had a little. I mean, do you have somewhere to go?
No, I'm good.
Are you good? Well, I have some. I mentioned it earlier, and that I had some drama with Sunny Salceda. Did I tell? And if everybody wants to know, you can watch last week's show, and you can do that. But okay, I'll tell you what it was. Okay, I asked him. I've been trying to get him on the show for over a year, and my last name is Salcedo, and this is Salceda.
Right.
And I used to call him at the very beginning of our show. I said, "Hey, Primo." I was going to call him Primo and stuff like that. I wanted him on the show, and I've been trying to do that. And then
Right.
I got to him. I finally got a hold of him during the media gala at Fanfare a few weeks ago, and I asked him, "How come you can't? How come we haven't hooked up for a date to be on the show and stuff like that?" And he said, "Oh, well, we'll do it." And so he did a rounds again, and I said, "Man, I was gonna say." So he came around again. I said, "Come on," and I shook his hand. I didn't let go of his hand.
Right.
I said, and I was going, "Come on, let's try to get on the show and stuff like that." And he pulls me in, and he says, "Rock and Roll Jane's been trying to get me on his show for 5 years." And I go, "Oh, okay, I understand."
I didn't realize Sonny was such a big celebrity.
Oh, I know. Like Jay and Bobby and all them have been on Rock and Roll Jane, but he's apparently too good to be on PB
Right.
hashtag. And apparently my show. And the reason why I brought this up is that I know we have almost 700 subscribers. Rock and Roll James has like 30,000.
Yes.
Bumpers got, 4 or 5,000. I don't know. But, we're growing. And it's important that I know we don't have a big following, again, but it's important for Tejano history to get these artists and the up and coming into podcasts and just to share their stories. Because this is YouTube. It's, it's documenting Tejano history.
Yes.
Like that.
I agree. And you know what? I mean, okay, you don't have big numbers right now,
Right.
But keep plugging away. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
consistency is very important,
Right.
So I wish you and Nemo well. People like us who are in La Onda, who are in Tejano music, to be honest with you, there's not a lot of money in this stuff. We do it. It's a passion.
Yes.
We do it because we love the music. We love the culture.
Yeah. I went broke in the 90s. I did it for 4 years.
You see where I'm coming from.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a labor of love, if you will.
Right.
And so I appreciate what you guys do, and I hope you keep plugging away at it, and if there's anything I can do for you, you need a contact here or there, whatever, please feel free to call on me.
Awesome. Yeah.
I'd be more than happy to help you guys out. And like I said, just keep plugging away, and I wish you guys the best.
Okay. Hey, you know what? I would love to have you come back again. And there are times that, like, uh, when Nemo can't do this, and if I
Yeah.
have enough notice,
Huh?
I've asked Lawrence, DJ Indio, to be on the show. I've asked Bumper Gomez to be on the show. And I would like to see if I can count on you maybe to do, maybe if I need an emergency one, maybe you could fill in.
Of
Like
course.
maybe. I mean, I can you be one of the people I reach out to, like that?
Buddy, it would be my honor.
Okay. Well, it would be my honor to have you on there. And Nemo is lying. I did know who you are. I don't know why he keeps on. He's always trying to cause drama. And I was going like that. Same thing with Mean Mowdy. And I was going, what? I know who Mean Mowdy is. I go like that. I don't know him personally. Like, Nemo knows y'all because y'all live in Fort Worth. You live in Fort Worth, right?
I do not. No, I
Oh.
actually live in Grand Prairie.
Oh, okay. Well, I live in North Dallas. I live in Murphy. I don't know if you know where that is.
Murphy, yeah.
Okay, so I live in Murphy. So you're closer to me,
Yes.
like that. Okay. Well, I would love to. I am so glad you were on the show, and love to have you back. And thanks for being on the show.
Not a problem. Thank you guys for having me. And like I said, success.
Okay, thank you. And you can be found on Facebook.
I can.
Right.
You can look me up under Big Vic 991. Like I said, I co-host with Pancho in the mornings. I also do mobile DJing on the weekends. So again, reach out to me on Facebook if you need a DJ. Shameless plug, right?
Oh, that's okay.
So
Hey.
yeah, and again, thank you guys.
All right. Well, thanks again. I appreciate it. And again, I'm your host, Oraldo, for It's Tejano Time.
And I'm Big Vic for Tejano Time. Thanks for watching.
Okay. And you've been listening and watching Tejano Talk. All right. Thanks again. I appreciate it. And broadcast.